Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a great evening. It was a cold one here in Wichita. We had about 15 degrees when we went walking last night, and the wind was 20, gusts to 35. As this big blow that's working its way east quickly, I might add, came roaring through. We got a dusting of snow, not any moisture out of it. So it's real cold temperatures without moisture can injure or hurt the crop. Yesterday's late rally found selling overnight as people digested the Greek news. Equities got slammed, which supported the financials late. The Greek government has been using about $8 billion worth of Greek paper as collateral for their financing their banking operation, a total of 56. Greece says we're broke. We're coming off the anti-austerity program, and that the debt package is going to be reworked, like it or not. And the European Central Bank is saying, oh yeah. So we'll see who blinks first. The Greek paper is junk bond status. Greece is broke and broken economically right now. And something will change. So again, make it palpable to the ECB and to lay the stage for debt forgiveness down the road. I think that the Greek deal, if they can make one, will be extension of the current debt, extend the maturities, the duration, and offers for guarantees, and then the talk will start about how to start writing off some of this debt. Greece has said they want half the debt written off, which means they would accept less than that. The European Central Bank, especially Germany, has said no. Nothing will be written off. So the battle lines are drawn, and we'll see how they shake out. Greece doesn't have the money, so debt will be repudiated in some way, shape, or form. So the news headlines took away all the buying in equities. The selling went around the globe except for Hong Kong, and the markets are coming back as the impact of that news settles in. Okay, how does the stage set today? We're probably going to be a little bit lower. We got volume down here, so pretty good support in this 20 to 24 area. Same deal fits on the other pigs nation. Europe is carrying over $1 trillion worth of bad pig stat on their banks are carrying and holding that paper. So the European taxpayer is going to eat $1 trillion worth of bad debt over time. It's like the American taxpayer has eaten $1 trillion worth of bad debt. And we'll probably eat a couple of $1 trillion more. It's all said and done. So we've got all this volume right here in the central area, and we've got sellers above 4, and we probably have buyers down here below 24. Now, one of the things that happens right before the day session opens, you get these last rallies or last sell-offs. So we could have seen the low right here in this 28.5 area. Think we're headed a little lower, don't know, so we're going to put our first buy at 25, 21. It may take 29s to get in, but it is pointed lower, and we'll probably have to wait for the stock market open to see that, and then 13 to 17 for buy 2. The break was from 30.01, so our sell zone is 31 to 03. It's very, very aggressive. And then 7 to 11. But they make us pay up or early in the session to get off trades. It's never done at our advantage, so it's just kind of the way that it is. Again, to point out the risk involved in trading currencies, Ukraine can't peg or defend their currency anymore, off about 30% overnight. huge amounts of money are made. Supposedly the Swiss National Bank is back in buying euros. I mean, you don't know what the truth is until it's over. But if you're trading currencies, please insure yourself with options so you're not naked, so you don't get your head handed to you. There's a lot of money to be made, but you can lose 30% on that initial move on any currency, because Forex is not like any other market out there. It's closed. You don't see the size of the order book. Each bank runs their own operation. It is not transparent. And currencies will trade in a tight little range. You break out of that range, there is no liquidity until the move dies, and then it'll trade in that little range. So you can see 10, 15, 30% moves almost instantaneously, and if you're on the wrong side, you're done. You're toast. So just if you are going to trade currencies, just give yourself some room and don't be foolish. Okay, same situation. Volume down in the 28 area, so this 49 to 28 is probably pretty good support. We've got this run down. You know, we made this 4 to 8 area might be support. I don't know where it is. So I'm going to try for 01s to 29s for buy one on the idea that tomorrow's non-farm payroll number will limit the selling today. The large institutions will be sidelined at 221 to 25. The spill was from 17, so 15 to 19. It's very, very aggressive. Once again, 23 to 27 for sell too. Well, yeah, if you trade the same currency, you long the front month, short the front month, and the vice versa on the back months, you do remove event risk when you do that, Jeff. I mean, but if you're in outrights, long or short, or if you're Swiss franc or Ukrainian something to something else, you can get nailed because one side of the spread will move and the other side won't, just like we saw with the Swiss franc. Just saying, give yourself some room. Don't, you know, you got to be here to trade again tomorrow. Okay, gold sold overnight. As we had anticipated, we had resistance at 70 to 75. We had support at 55 to 60. That's kind of where we are right now. So it is pointed lower, 55, 57 by 1. By 2, 50 to 52. London's high was 69. We're at 62, so 65, 67, sell 1. 70, 72, sell 2. Again, we may be seeing a low put in right now. These late pushes in the futures market quite often contain. And the 65, 67 short would be the first time into that area. The second time in the area, we probably would sideline and see if it's going to hold or not. Okay, the euro last night found some buying right where it has been finding buying. You can see this blue area down here. So we've had a buyer below 113.50. We almost made it down to 113 even. And we've since traded up. So 113 even to 114.50. That's 150 points. It's a pretty big move. We're at 18 right now. Top of value is 36, so 30 to 40, sell 1. 60 to 75, sell 2. Big market, big moves. Don't really like the buy side all that much. Got a London low at 68. We're at 19, so 14.90 buy one. Back to our 75 for buy two. And we'll see what happens. Okay, one of the developments overnight, the United States advertised that it's sending more search and rescue units to northern Iraq to extract pilots if they get shot down. It's dangerous work. A lot of casualties were taken in Vietnam by those guys, and it's do or die. So, 1,000 advisors. I mean, we're putting more people and troops on the ground over there. And so there is quiet escalation going on beneath the headlines, and the papers won't report it. You won't get it from your sources because of their relationship with this administration. So, a low of 47.40. They got stops below 47.50, 49.50, 50. We've got a two-handle, 2 points. Big market. Sell one against 50, 50.50 to 50.75. Interesting. You've got what is called a on the initial balance period, or where we started in Globex, you can see that they ran it up early this morning. They ran it down overnight, and it used to be called a neutral day. So the market should find sellers up here, and we should find buyers down below the we'll make 48.50, 48.25 buy one, and then 47.75, 48 buy two. And a big market, we've already had a $2 range. Blink of an eye, this thing can move. Take a 49.50 to get in. Don't know. Just I think we should get at least a test to the 49.50 area, though. So we're going to lean against 50. Okay, on to the E-mini. News algorithms, news headlines. The spill late yesterday was significant, and it was deep. We got back to the 2022 area overnight, so we got really pretty good support down there in that 2025 area. And we've got selling at 50. So we're in the same situation for yesterday. This 45 area to 50 is where resistance is. So sell one's 45 plus or minus, sell two's 50 plus or minus. Jobless claims 290, probably the only thing that comes out today. Non-farm payrolls tomorrow 230. That's a positive number, so we'll see some buying based on tomorrow's non-farm payroll numbers. Productivity up 0.2. Nobody will pay any attention to it. Might take a look at unit labor costs of up 1.2%. That doesn't fit with the employment numbers that we're seeing, but trade balance at minus 38. And natural gas players will be looking for a draw of 119 BCF. So the focus will be jobless claims, maybe unit labor costs. but I think tomorrow's number keeps us in check. So we should see sellers 45 to 50. On the buy side, we're at 42. Last rotate down was 35, so 38. So 35, 37, it's right in the middle. That's the first trade. Then the breakout came from 28 or 30 to 32 will be buy 2. So 30 to 35 is support, 45 to 50 resistance. Looking for tomorrow's non-farm payroll number to hold the markets in check today. Trading range. The 35 to 37 trade is good. First time down, it's right in the middle of the trading range. There is very little advantage there. They do make you pay up to get in off along early. That's all I'm kind of playing for. And after that, we'll come back and revisit it.